Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button as well for future videos. And the topic of this video is something totally different. I was watching some videos about people who have left America or are living abroad in Europe, right? And in other countries. And there's this one good guy on some of his channels. He was talking about the videos actually, about how his observations from being in America and now being in another country, and this other guy who was Russian who lived in America and then he went back to Russia, right, on their YouTube channels, and they were talking, and the impression I got, and there were some really good points, is that from one guy, he was saying that America is mostly, it's driven by money, by that fast pace, anything for a dollar, struggle to survive, and just financially motivated this country has become. And living abroad, or where he is now, it's different, that it's not as, I guess, hectic, as it's more relaxed, it's not as dominated by money, motivationally. And it really, I was watching a few of his videos, and it really got me thinking, and I was agreeing with points that when I look at it, it's like this country, America, it's this money-driven, or lack of money-driven society that, that you have to, scrap and claw and get your way to the top. And it's this, step on the other guy in front of you, dog eat dog world is the mentality of America, at least a big portion of it, and it just seemed that, that he's right when I was thinking about it, that America has become this money-motivated society of, when you think about it, it's like, isn't that always the news topic? Isn't that always the topic in the news about money or lack of money related issues? And I was thinking that in this society, it is the primary motivator of how society runs. It's money. You could have the wealthiest people who are and they're always portrayed evil, but they could be good people. But you could have the wealthiest bastards of them all, and then you could have people who are homeless who are actually good people. In terms of character, I'm talking, not financially, in terms of characters of who they are. And, what determines your worth? What determines it is electronic numbers on a computer screen. Plus, most money, it's in the banks, it's digital, it's not really physical anymore. And the digital currencies, numbers on the computer screen basically determine your lifestyle. With enough money, you're basically a king, and without money, you're a pauper in the streets, right? And it just seems that fast pace, that whatever it takes, and the value of the money, the value of the dollar it's so much different than it was decades ago, where with inflation and everything and prices going up, $100 just a couple of decades ago went pretty far. $100 today doesn't go far. You could go shopping for a food bill just in the supermarket. That'll be like $40 or more. And then, let's say you go out to eat or whatever, fast food's like $10. and then let's say you get something, it's another 20, that's like $70 right there. It goes really quick, and you know, it's just that it stood out that, you know, because you're in America, you think, you know, this is how it's got to be around the world, the mindset, the way it is. And the truth is, it's not that way everywhere. You know, as an American, you only know what you grew up with. You only know the world from your viewpoint and how you were raised and where you are. But from another country is a totally different viewpoint, especially countries that might not be as fast-paced, as hectic, etc. And then you do studies, you know, you actually see studies that America is not the happiest country in the world. It's not even close compared to other countries in terms of what are the happiest countries in the world, and America is not even close to the top. It's not, you know, its people are run hectically, you have to work so hard, you have to get ahead, and then most people are not happy. You know, I was watching one of those WWE documentaries on a really good NXT wrestler called Johnny Gargano. And, you know, he's a top wrestler, top character, right? So he wins the World Championship, right? And, you know, behind the scenes, they're talking with his family, and his father goes, you know, that his son, right? He goes that he's living his dream, and then he says, good, because most people don't get to live their dreams. And, you know, that quote, it stood out for me because it's 100% correct. Let's face it, people. Most people, myself included, 100%, are not living your dreams, your dream lifestyle of what you want it to be or what you could be. Whether it be from lack of skill, lack of education, lack of opportunity, or you just don't have the IQ or the brain power or the whatever factor, are not living their dreams, or not. And it's just the truth. You know, it's just like they had that video, YouTube, I forgot who was the author, about like, what would you do? You know, like if you could have anything, if you could be anything, you know, how would you be living? And it's true, most people are not living their dreams, or how they want to live their life. But you got to make a living, you got to get food on the table, you know, that's the bottom line. And you spend so much time caught up in just trying to get food on the table and a roof over your head, that how much of life is spent doing things you want to do versus doing things you have to do. And I think there was even a book like on the top 5 regrets of dying people, and one of those regrets is like working too hard. One of them is something like not spending enough time with family and friends, you know, or just to appreciate the world around you. And, you know, it's just like someone said, you know, that you work so hard doing something you really don't want to do, and then if a person loses their health, spending all their money for their health, and then still not enjoying life. If you're not healthy, not enjoying life, then the money you had saved is now all gone because you spent it trying to get better again. And it's like, before you know it, your years are up, you're too old, and you never got to live the life you wanted, as a regret. And it sucks, but that's the reality, you know. And there are a few fortunate people overall percent-wise, I would say that lived their dreams, that lived the career, the lifestyle, the relationships that they wanted to, and it's good for them. Like that quote, many people, you don't get to live how you wanted to, and you look back at it, you look back at what you missed out. And I can 100% relate. I could probably tell some of those stories one day, but for now this is a talking points about economics, about dreams and lifestyles, and just some random topics, So that's my thoughts today. Let me know what you think. Subscribe, hit the notification button again, and I'll talk to you later.